Before I can continue exploring the peninsula, I have to drop down to the home one last time. I have no intention of actually fighting Albrecht, but there's some side rooms that I'd like to check out. And it does pay off, as I find a weapon called Cypher Pata. Albrecht is harassing me though, so I only have time to check it out after he kills me. The description says it originates from the two fingers, and it kind of looks like the writing on the one ring. Most importantly, it's a faith weapon, though it requires 30 faith, and I'm nowhere close to that. I look around the map and teleport back to the Church of Pilgrimage. I perimeter a bit, murder the pilgrims again, and then I have to decide if I want to go up to this small Erdtree or down towards the bridge. I'm very conflicted, but decides for the bridge. There is a rock that behaves weirdly. I think it's a landing point for a torrent to jump. I wonder if landing here nullifies all fall damage. Near the bridge there's some guys that I thought had a snake head, but upon inspecting more closely, I realized it's actually a tree or like a branch head. There's this central section that I haven't explored yet, so I drop down in it, take a moment to leave an owl message that says a bird, ... Seems familiar, and then continue into a cave called Morn Tunnel. Like the last mine, there's a place to drop on the side of the elevator, but I make the worst jump ever and die miserably. I'm a bit pissed, so I go back to the woods to see if I missed anything. I get ambushed by some monkeys and find some string, so I guess it was worth it. In making my way back to the Morn Tunnel, I stumble upon a whole family of huge flowers, which are so tanky, and I don't have my dragon spell equipped, so after a bit I just decide to worry about it later and get back to the cave. I jump better this time and find absolutely nothing. That's not true, I guess I did find one smithing stone. The cave is full of bird people supervising some miners, which I deal with a healthy amount of fireballs and crazy eyes, which is still my favorite spell. A bird guy even clips into the walls for good measure. I do like these kind of mines because I find a bunch of smithing stones around, which is very good for me. I take my time exploring all the different chambers, then I get lazy and decide to go to the boss without healing at the grace first. The boss is really just another bird person, but I choke super hard because I'm not used to my new axe and have no mana left, so I'm killed anyway. Of course, as usual, the second attempt is super easy. During these mini-bosses, I can't help but thinking how much I love Sekiro's combat compared to the one in the Souls, though I'm not sure why this is the kind of situation that makes me think of it. The Scaly Misbegotten drops me a Rusty Anchor, which is a kind of fun weapon, though I doubt I'll ever use it, and it's just a strength weapon anyway. I level up a bit, check if I missed anything, get out to deal with the flowers. I had marked a scarab near here, but I think it's above me, and I can't get it from here. The dragon spell on the flowers is good, but it uses so much mana, it's kinda crazy, so in the end I'm forced to take the situation in my own hands and just axe the flowers down. I don't get much for this very lengthy endeavor, but I do have a slight obsession with having to kill all enemies at least once, so that instinct is satisfied. I then go back up, traverse the bridge to go fight a bigger monkey man, and start making my way up towards the small Erdtree. On my way I see a gatekeeper statue that points me to a cave called Tomsword Catacombs. This reminds me of a cave I had left behind in Limgrave with skeletons in it. I need to remember to go back eventually. Inside there's an imp wall that is gatekeeping a couple of skeletons and a cookbook, which is nice for, you know, my 100% progress. The skeletons in these dungeons are sturdy, but manageable, though it is kind of problematic having to deal with 4 of them at a time, while they try to respawn as well. I do make my way forwards to a fire trap thing that deactivates when hit. A bunch of skeletons kill themselves with it while I run away, trying to survive. And luckily I remember this place, and I know that you have to go up with the fire pillar to get to the lever. And I also find the thank you prattling pate. I backtrack to the boss door and have to fight a spooky, scary forest entity thing. My trusty skeleton friends help out by distracting it while I throw fireballs at him. And we do it first try. So I get the summon of Luthul the Headless, whose description says she leads the Mausoleum soldiers, so the Mausoleums get mentioned. There's also the second mention of this soulless demigod, who Luthul sacrificed her life to continue protecting, even in death, earning her the Hero's Honor of Erdtree Burial. Okay, those are some words, but we'll try her out for sure. I level up some faith and move on. There's some more tree guys, one of which drops me an interesting spear, and there's a big guy near the small Erdtree. I fought some of these guys before, these Erdtree avatars. Does the word avatar imply it's the Erdtree actually inhabiting these guys, like a pawn? It's basically a big piece of wood with legs, so I'm not surprised it goes down very quickly between my fireballs and Luthul shooting at it. And he drops 2 tears for my 3rd flask. One recovers health gradually, and one negates damage. I also take a moment to try the 3-guy spear, which is pretty nice to be honest, but again, I don't have the stats for it, and I do like my axe for now. I perimeter a bit, take some screenshots for thumbnails, pick some flowers, contemplate the graveyard, the vase guys around the place, and after running around the tree, I am attracted by some pretty singing coming from a bat. I knew of this, but it's such a cool monster. I have to go around to finish it off, and on the way I find a place that is just like on fire and full of fire butterflies. I do need the fire butterflies for fire bombs, so I appreciate that, though with the amount of firebending I'm collecting, fire bombs are a bit redundant. From here I spot what I know to be a mausoleum, which is super cool, and I can't wait to go to it next time. Remember to subscribe to see when the next episodes come out. I go finish off the singing bat that was guarding a very big rune, then go back up to check out how to get that scarab we were talking about before. I find some thumb zones to go down to it, but I am ambushed by a million bats and a lightning storm, which is all very scary and overwhelming and leads to my death. Unfortunately, the closest grace is in the cave, but I go back and focus first on recovering my runes and killing all the bats. I try fireballing them from above, but it still leads to the scarab disappearing before I can kill him, and eventually I still have to go down to fight the bats anyway. I do manage to kill everyone, collect my runes and a bunch of lighting flowers, but I have to come back for the scarab. So first I get to the grace, level up, and then commit to dying for the cause, if needed. I go back, just hyper-focus on the scarab and get a lightning strike incantation that looks very promising. I could have probably killed all the bats again, but honestly I couldn't be bothered, and jump down and run away instead. I spend some more time looking at the map to see if I'm satisfied with my exploration, and I think I am. Next time we can go to the mausoleum and explore the western side of the peninsula, just go from there. So see you next time and thanks for watching.